Hi everyone, it's Valerie from Earthrella Soap and Candle Company. Today I am making a birthday confetti cake. It's going to smell like a birthday cake and it's going to have what looks like confetti throughout it. So this is the design that I have come up with for this soap. It's going to have a yellow base, so it looks like cake batter, and it's going to have all these different colors of swirls throughout. And I'm doing something completely different today. I'm trying something new to make all those little swirls. They're not actually going to be liquid swirls. I already have some cold processed soaps that I'm going to be shaving and putting in my soap batter. So the base is going to be cake batter yellow with all these different color swirls in it. The frosting is going to be white, and I'm going to put some kind of colors in the top. I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing on top yet. I'm going to be using my fragrance oil. It's going to be called Birthday Cake. And so this is what my design is hopefully going to look like. I will show you now how I'm going to try to make these swirls. I was playing around with it yesterday. When I make a soap, I usually make more than I need. And I do that on purpose because I don't want to have, like, especially when I'm doing soaps with frosting on top, I don't want to run out of frosting. So I make a little bit more just to make sure I have enough. And whatever is left over, I put into saran wrap, and I wrap it up really good, and it stays somewhat soft. It's kind of like soap dough. So I tried the whole soap dough thing, like molding things, and that's just not my thing. But I'm still doing this, and I'm using this for another method. So I have all these colors. I have dark pink, green, white, light pink. I have gray. I have purple over here. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing in the soap. I have my little it's a zester, or something to grate my soap. So since this soap, actually, let me show you something first. So this is a piece of cold processed soap. And by the way, these are all cold processed. So this is a piece of cold processed soap that I made back in September. This is unscented, and I used this to make pumpkins in the center of my one of my soaps. So I kept this piece. I have a few pieces of these. So when you shape, since this is nice, I did not have this wrapped in saran wrap. So this is completely hard now. So when I go to shave this, you can see how it kind of crumbles. Do you see all those little pieces? It just kind of crumbles. But when I use my soap dough that's still somewhat soft, you get a different effect when you go to shave it. You get these longer pieces. Do you see how it, oops, do you see how it sticks to the bottom? You get these longer pieces, these longer shreds. Do you see what I mean? So it doesn't crumble as easily. When it's soap dough, you get these long strands, and they're like long curly strands. And I really like how that looks. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be shaving all of these colors that I have. I'm going to be making a big huge pile of them. I'm going to mix them all together, and then I'm going to like I was playing with some yesterday. I have some purple here. So I'm going to be mixing them all together and then putting them in my yellow batter. So when I go to cut the soap, I'm not sure yet if you'll actually see the stringy, if you'll see the strings throughout it, or if you'll just see like the little bits and pieces that might actually just look like confetti throughout the soap. So I'm not sure what effect this is going to have in the end result of the soap, but either way, I'm going to be happy with it. So I'm going to go ahead and shred all of these that I have so I can get a nice variety of colors in here. And then when I have enough, I'm going to start mixing up my soap. Okay, so my soap shreds are done. I am now going to mix up my soap batter. I have 2 containers actually. I have some of it separated in 2 other containers for my frosting. So this is just going to be for my base. And the fragrance I'm using today is Birthday Cake fragrance by Fragrance Buddy. And I am obsessed with this fragrance. I am making everything in this fragrance. I absolutely love it. It's so strong. It just smells like yellow cake batter. It just smells so good. And there is vanillin in it, and it has a high vanillin content. So I will be using a vanilla color stabilizer, just to keep it from turning brown, to keep it from turning my soap brown. So I'm going to be using that as well. So let me go grab my color. Okay, and the color I'm using for the cake batter is Banana Boat Yellow Mica by Crafter's Choice. So this is a pretty yellow. It's going to look like yellow cake batter. So I'm going to start getting this mixed. So I mixed all of my oils yesterday, and I got my lye water ready yesterday. And it's been down here, and it's colder in here than in my other soaping room used to be. So it's about 63 degrees right now. Typically, I soap at around 73 to 75 degrees. So it's about 10 degrees colder than I'm used to soaping. But as you can see, it's still very liquid, so it's fine. So let me grab my mixer. All right, so I am ready to start mixing my soap batter. I have my lye water. So this is my frosting I have, and it's mostly set up. It still has a few more minutes to go before it's at the consistency that I want. And I put titanium dioxide in it to make it white. And I am going to shred some of my soap to give it some color in the frosting. So now when I go to cut the soap, in the frosting you'll see all of these little bits of color in the white frosting. And then on top of the frosting, I think I'm going to shred a little bit more just for decoration on the very top. But right now I'm going to let this set for a few more minutes. It's still a little too soft, so I'm going to let it set till it thickens just a bit more. Then I will frost my cake. Frost my soap, I should say. Alright, so my frosting has set up, and you can see all the little bits of colors in there from the other pieces of soap that I shredded. So when I cut it, when I cut the soap, in the frosting you'll see little bits of color. So I'm going to put this in my piping bag. See all the colors in there, it's so pretty. Okay everyone, so here's the final cut of my birthday confetti soap. You can see the yellow cake batter has the little pieces of cold processed soap shreds that I had shredded up from other soap bars that I had made. And so you can really see how that turned out. And then in the frosting you can see it as well. And then of course on top I just put the shredded pieces on top to give it a little more color on top. But I think it looks really good. I wasn't sure how those how the long strands were gonna look in my soap. I wasn't sure if you were gonna see the long strands or if it was gonna look more like confetti, little confetti pieces, and it does look more like little confetti pieces, and I am okay with that. I knew I had a 50-50 chance of it turning out like this anyways. So, but I am really happy with how it turned out. It's really colorful, it's very pretty, bright, and it smells absolutely incredible. This birthday cake is one of my very, very favorite fragrances of all time. So this is how the soap turned out. It's a great way to use up other soap bars that you have. You know, if you have little pieces that you just want to do something with, you can make a confetti soap, and it's very easy. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.